Welcome back to Chicago. It's Dan Leach, and I'm here with Brand Noonan, the CEO of OGeez here at the Benzinga Cannabis Capital Conference. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
It's an honor to have you, and let's talk about OGeez.
Let's do it.
Obviously, it's a great name, but I want people to know what it's all about.
Oh, it's all about having a good time. It's about great flavor, great tasting gummies at the end of the day. We're all about, when you kick off that consumption experience, it is with a mouth-watering first bite of our gummies. That's what it's about.
I can already feel the taste in my mouth, so you're doing a good job selling it.
Thank you, thank you.
But you have a fascinating story about how this all came about, and I want to give you a chance to tell that.
Well, my mom got into the business back in 2014. She's the one who started the company. She was a pioneer, trailblazer. She started one of the first Arizona manufacturers, and you know, back then they didn't know what they were making. They were making peanut butter, pesto, pasta sauce. They were early pioneers. 2018 comes around, they want to add a confection to their lineup. They're now a small batch manufacturer. They create a gummy, give it a fun, quirky name, OGeez. And for my mom, she didn't like the gummies on the market. She wanted a gummy that had to have great texture, great flavor, and great effect. If you don't have all three, your gummy's going to suffer. And so that was the impetus to creating this fluffy, bouncy, melt-in-your-mouth gummy. And just organically, the gummy shoots up in Arizona and becomes one of the top-selling gummies. Sadly, in 2021, she passes away. She was a cancer, she had leukemia. And then I pick up the company and see this great opportunity. We're beneficiaries, I say, of a great product, a great brand, and we see what we can do and taking it national. That was what she always wanted, and so we try to carry on that legacy of hers, and now we're a national, multi-state gummy manufacturer.
Well, I'm very sorry about your mother, but I know that, and just sitting here with you, that she's looking down, super proud of what you're doing. And when you look at how far you've come and how far you can continue to go, what is that vision for you? And I know it started with your mom, so with great respect to her and obviously you taking it over, what is that vision?
I mean, yeah, my mom was a real cannabis advocate. I grew up with that as part of my childhood, this parent that was a cannabis advocate back in the 80s and 90s. So I was conditioned already to think of cannabis in a different way. I grew up a little bit as a stoner kid, right? And then I become a lawyer. I go corporate, and now I'm full circle all back around. So I believe in that kind of experiential aspect of cannabis. It's part of it enhances your life at the end of the day. I always say we're in the enhancing life business, and how do we bring that to the consumers? And cannabis has a unique set. Is unique in that kind of aspect of enhancing life. It can affect us in a arts and entertainment, culturally, socially, communally, and I want to really kind of bring that to the community, the culture, improve normalization, anti-stigmatization. Those are some of our main values.
No, I think you explained that beautifully, and I think that there's tremendous misconception in this space. Yeah. I wonder from your perspective, because obviously you had this great inspiration of your mother, you've continued that, and you know what it's all about. And I've talked about, in my life, I've had friends that have, had issues with alcohol or other substances. Totally. We're able to use cannabis to save their life.
Yeah.
What do you think the biggest misconception is?
Gosh, I think there's probably a variety of factors at play here. There's a lack of education, knowledge. There's just some basic fears, right? I mean, I live in Jersey. My neighbors are always asking me, can I get some of your gummies? And I'm like, it's time for you to go to a dispensary. What? Come out of the shadows. Go participate in this and be a consumer. Go check it out. These dispensaries, there's a lot of wonderful, nice dispensaries, and they're going to participate in you as a consumer. And so, getting people to come out of those shadows, who want to be consumers, right? It's a learning process. And that's why a lot of our marketing efforts, we like to go to like farmers markets, right. Do activations in the community, so people see us and don't, and so we come out of the shadows as well and try to shine a positive light on what we're doing. Yeah.
Where do you see this industry going in the next year, 2 years, 5 years, and obviously how do you want to correlate that with OGeez?
So hard to predict, because we always say like 1 year in cannabis is similar like dog years. It's like 7 years.
Someone said 70 years earlier.
Solely. I'm like, the amount of time we age in this industry. I mean, I think it's going to continue. Hopefully, we continue to see some federal reforms, whether that's descheduling or some banking reforms. I don't know if we're going to have full federal prohibition lifted. I don't even know if it's the best thing for us because it might create a lot of just a tidal wave of new regulatory hurdles. Who knows? I do think state by state is a nice way to grow incrementally. I do think you're going to see as we grow the migration of the maturity of markets having gone from west to east, and right now the East Coast is just growing and maturing, and so it'll be very interesting to see the East Coast kind of enter a mature phase as well, and what a true mature marketplace will start looking like, a true national marketplace at the end of the day. I don't know I don't know. I could theorize all day long, but obviously that's where it's going. This maturation.
Well, what I do know
Yes.
is that you're making your mother proud every day.
Thank you so much.
It's an honor to talk to you, Brand Noonan, the CEO
Cheers.
of OGeez. To great times ahead and continuing to honor the great legacy your mother started.
Thank you so much.
An honor to talk to you.
Cheers.